So I wish to salute, first of all, the National Council of Colombia's associations for organizing this event, Grand Marshal honorees of the parade, the Vice President of the Italian Senate, Alicia Ronzulli, and the Vice President of the Italian Chamber of Deputies, Giorgio Moulet, and all the servicemen here present, lots of friends of mine here. And it's great to gather here once more to celebrate Cristoforo Colombo, the symbol of the Italian-American epic in America. It is important to uphold and preserve this celebration, explaining what it represents. In Italy, Columbus is considered a visionary and a brave explorer, the father of modern history, who opened new horizons and connected the old world to the new world, changing the course of mankind forever. But for Italian Americans, Columbus is much more than that. He represents the spirit, the resilience, the courage of millions of migrants who followed his path centuries after him. Those migrants who left Italy with little more than hope, crossed the ocean towards the unknown, and then faced hardship, discrimination, and tough sacrifices. In many ways, Columbus embodies the very immigrant epic. But for the Italians in the United States, he has become, throughout the last century, the very symbol of their recognition and their success. And it is important to understand how the symbol came about and where it originated. It's not really about 1492, but rather about 1892. In 1892, the then President Harrison, we should never get tired to remind this, proclaimed for the first time the Columbus Day to acknowledge the Italians' role and contribution in the United States, and that happened in the wake of the mass lynching of Italian citizens of New Orleans just a year before. Since the beginning, Columbus became then a source of pride, and then gradually a symbol of integration and of the Italian-American achievement of the American dream, of the Italian achievement of the American dream. We are aware that for other communities, Columbus has come to symbolize something else, a history of oppression and violence, notably against indigenous people. And of course, we need to respect other narratives and grievances. There is a lot to do to heal the wrongs of the past against indigenous people. But this should not be, actually cannot be done at the expenses of the Italian Americans and their symbols. This great country is based on many different ethnic communities and cultures. Each of them has proudly contributed to the richness and the prosperity of America, and each of them legitimately claims their role in the American society. Through this celebration, Italian Americans want to preserve their heritage and their history, and notably their great and substantial contribution to the United States of America. Nobody should take away this from you. Nobody should tell you which of your symbols to cherish and preserve. And nobody should be ashamed of celebrating the Columbus Day, calling it the Columbus Day. We can only wish for unity and more understanding among all different communities and cultures by promoting dialogue and mutual respect. But as the representative of Italy and the tri-state, let me tell you how sincerely and deeply proud I am to be celebrating the Columbus Day and also the beginning of the Italian-American Heritage Month here with you in New York City, one of the most Italian cities in the world. Allow me to conclude by praising the role of Italian Americans as a constant bridge between the United States and Italy. As President Biden said yesterday in his proclamation, and I quote, "Italian Americans are a source of strength in our country's unshakable alliance, strategic partnership, and deep friendship with Italy. God bless America. Viva l'Italia!"